Hi, this is Abby. I'm here doing another reflection on the tarot cards. Today I have usually called the King of Pentacles. In my deck, it's also referred to as the Count of Coins. And what it is so in the minor arcana, which are the cards more about the everyday things going on in life, it's kind of like a regular deck of cards in that there's an ace all the way up through a king. And so the king or the count is a court card, kind of the highest you can go. And it is of a man. In my deck, it's a picture of a man holding a coin. And then kind of the more traditional White Rider deck is kind of a man sitting on a throne with lots of things around him. So the pentacles and the coins tend to relate more to the everyday things as opposed to some of the other cards, especially in my deck with the coins. It's very much about the physical and the material, often about money. And both of these cards, the king is about abundance. He is good at money. He is a banker. He, in the White Rider, he has what looks like grapes all over his robe. Again, that kind of abundance feel. There's just a lot that he has in terms of money and material wealth. So usually if you would get this a card, it would probably mean something related to material things, possibly money, usually good coming your way in terms of that element. The thing about him, though, is that, at least in many circles I'm in, money can kind of be seen as a bad thing. Not necessarily bad, but money can be the root of all evil sort of idea, and wanting material goods can kind of maybe lead you astray from spiritual paths and so on and so forth. The thing about the King of Pentacles or the Count of Coins is that he is a generous. He has a lot, but he gives a lot. So it's not just about accumulating wealth; it's about giving wealth as well. So if that card comes out, kind of think about that. If you're thinking about money coming in. And when I was reflecting on this card, what kind of really came to me was kind of my continual struggle with money. Not necessarily having it, but the idea and belief that you can have abundance, that you can have a lot, and the universe will give things to you if you just kind of put the intention out. That's a message I'm getting a lot from a lot of different corners in my life. And I'm also seminary trained and very big into social justice, and so I also see all the elements of systematic oppression. And so I always have this thing in my head of like, well, I do believe that the universe is good and will give to you and give you lots of abundance. I also have like, but what if you're not born into wealth? What if you're not white? What if you're not X, Y, and Z? In some ways, like blaming people who are poor, living in poverty, for being that way. And so I've been struggling and wrestling around with that a lot. And this card kind of brought that up in a different way. I think it's a thing I'm going to continually struggle with, wanting to honor both sides and both perspectives, trusting the universe, and also not wanting to blame people for the situations that they're in necessarily when you're thinking about systematic things. But while I was reflecting, another song came into my head from my childhood. It's called The Magic Penny, and it's about love, but I think it also, very much reflects what the king is talking about. And I'm a terrible singer, so the lyrics are, love is something if you give it away, you end up having more. Love is just like a magic penny. Hold it tight and you won't have any. Lend it, spend it, and you'll have so many, it'll roll all over the floor. And I think the idea of taking what's been given to you and giving it back allows more to come your way, and to not hoard things, and to have that generous spirit of giving back to the world. That is something else I think this card can call us to, and I thought was important to share. So that is the King of Pentacles and the Count of Coins. At least some of my reflections on it. I haven't really had him pop up in many readings at this point, so I can't give you reflections from that. But if you've done readings and have had him pop up, I would love to hear what those have meant for you. And I will look forward to putting up another episode next week with reflections on some other card. Have a good day. Bye.